Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this. A capacity crowd here.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have a high-caliber meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for them, which will do no harm to the energy levels and the overall conviction, and hopefully the style of contest.
If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Ederson. He's got great technique, Peter, and for a goalkeeper, he's got the passing range of a top-class midfielder. I think his team will be looking to use him as a foundation from which to build both sustained spells of possession as well as quick counter-attacks. He's got a phenomenal left foot.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Ibanez. Rema. Marquinhos. Goes for a shot! Goal! Brazil! And Brazil take the lead. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Kubasi. And it's Grimaldo. Now that's well seen too. Kubasi is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Grimaldo, too strong for his opponent there. And it's Grimaldo. Kubasi. Nice touch. There are a few waiting for it. Marquinhos wins the duel this time. Do have a chance to counter here. Moved on forwards. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Cucurella. Pedro Porro. Howson. Cucurella. And it's played forward. And he cuts out the supply. Rema. Ibanez. Aim forwards. That's really well manoeuvred.
really are pushing their fullbacks forward now.
Aiming to do what?
Well, it's a case of engaging your opponents further up the pitch to take the sting out of opposition attacks. It's effectively a wide press.
Played into the middle. Laporte. Pedro Porro. Spain are already chasing the game. Long time to go.
Well, I would say that they've only got themselves to blame, Peter. They've been caught cold.
Intercepts the throw. That's well read. That has found him in acres of space. Pau Kubasi tries to clear. Laporte. And back to the keeper they go. Spain already required to chase the game. Ibanez. Bremer. Bremer carries the ball down the right. Marquinhos, who's set up one goal so far. Danilo looking to run onto it. Well read, nice interception. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And it's Grimaldo. Proves too strong. Bremer. Danilo. He's in a great position here. Kubasi. Marquinhos. That has been cut short. Laporte. And it's Grimaldo. And here's Llorente. Does really well to win the ball there. Danilo. Ibanez. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Cucurella. Laporte. Oh, he's onto this. That pass just didn't quite work. That's a nicely weighted pass. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. And it's hoisted clear. Pedro Porro. Ibanez. Very nicely done. A chance to play it in. Out to the right. Marquinhos. Could be danger, and he shoots! Cucurella. Unai Simon shifted upfield. Played out to the right. Rema. Danilo. Rema. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Ibanez. Cucurella. Marquinhos. Rema. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. What a throw in. Ibanez. Now this could... And the shot! No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Danilo. That is good strength. Al-Kubasi gets rid without sophistication. And the counter is on. He's found a way through. Plenty waiting in the middle. Nice control. And it's Laporte. Cross goes in there. That's the keeper's ball. Ibanez. Oh, that's a nice ball. Moved on forwards. Well timed, excellent interception. Mosquera. Ball driven towards the far post. Pedro Porro. Howson. Cucurella. Howson. Pedro Porro. It'll be a throw-in. And they've got a throw. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. That's really well manoeuvred. They get a throw in. Played into space out wide. Good challenge, excellent challenge. And he's heaved it away. Ronaldo hurtling down that right flank. Kubasi. Marquinhos. No, again there's no way through. And it's Danilo. And that could set him on his way. That's the keeper's ball. Pedro Porro. And it's Danilo. That is lovely. Bremer. Can he deliver? Lovely feet. Up he goes! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Spain, well, the manager clearly has to react to this and tactically change what's happening. It's too easy for them to get in.
Disappointed with that. And it's played forward. Danilo. Great chance! And that would have been some goal.
Well, that was certainly impressive, Peter. Great run, just a shame the finish let him down.
Ederson sends that a long way. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And it's Llorente. And here's Llorente. Aim forwards. Danilo. Bremer. Bremer, gently done. Mosquera. And it's played forward, and it's Grimaldo. Laporte. Half-time getting close now. Laporte. Can he get onto this? That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Marquinhos. Moved on forwards. Bremer. Ibanez. Has ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Lobbed in behind. Now it's come to nothing. Raya. That's really well manoeuvred. He's through here. That's Llorente. And he's onside. He's in a great position. Chance for a shot. It's a loose ball. Clears it away. That has been knocked clear. And the referee brings the first half to a close. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
That gets things going for the second half.
Spain really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Great run on the overlap here. Ibanez. He's on it, can he get away? Rema. Ibanez. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Pedro Porro. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Oh, it's taken out, that'll be a foul. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
Mosquera. Laporte. Kubasi. That's Grimaldo. Can he latch on to this? Oh, that's nice. So who's he picking out? Mosquera. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Ibanez. Rema. Rema, gently done. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Pedro Porro. Cucurella. Cucurella forwards and with intent. And that's put paid to a promising move. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Pau Kubasi gets over and intercepts. Aim forwards. Oh, sweet feet. A long ball by the goalkeeper. Marquinhos cuts it out. Llorente played out towards the right wing. And it's Grimaldo. Kubasi. Pau Kubasi tries making a foray down the right. Looking for a decent ball in. Oh, what a climb! And it's hoisted clear. Ibanez. Marquinhos. Cucurella. That's been won straight back. Mosquera. Unai Simon. Spain still trailing by one and looking here to take it up a notch after the break. Howson. Pedro Porro. Howson. Unai Simon. Cucurella. Howson. Pedro Porro. Nice looking ball. Can he get onto this? That's a good run down the left. He's in plenty of space here. Out for a throw. Succumbs to the pressure. Mosquera. And it's Porro. Llorente. Grimaldo. Great defending, strong and determined. Moved on forwards, calmly anticipates. And claimed it back swiftly. Kubasi. Almost an hour gone. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Alex climbs up big! That is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
You really could have done with engaging those crosses much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. That pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Brazil clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Kubasi. And that is out of play. Marquinhos goes on a run down the left wing. Driving on, a real charge here. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Raya did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Cucurella. Pedro Porro. Howson. Unai Simon. Cucurella. Good play on the left-hand side here. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Ibanez. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Pedro Porro. Lovely bit of skill. No way through, so back it comes. Pedro Porro. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Ibanez. He's onto it in a flash.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Dinks one through. Bullish header! Oh, split-second reaction.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
It's Porro. Now it's Llorente. Marquinhos does really well to win the ball there. He's got away. Laporte. And it's Grimaldo. Time to deliver. It's out of play for a goal kick. Howson gets across to intercept that. Danilo takes the shot. Oh, denied brilliantly.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Laporte. And it's Grimaldo. Searching pass he's played there. Marquinhos clears it away. And it's played forward. Just about up to 75 minutes. Danilo, oh, good spread. Ibanez. Bremer picks it up now. That's going to go a long way. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Turns and goes back. And it's Danilo. Laporte, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. And that's going to be a booking.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Laporte spread out to the left. And here's Llorente. Llorente!
Spain really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Llorente, clipped into space. Marquinhos. Out to the left it goes. Pau Kubasi cuts out the pass. Oh, the ball's come loose here. That's really well manoeuvred. And they can counter here. It's a good run down the right. He's shifting through the gears here. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
Spain really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Unai Simon makes the interception.
Brazil surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. Can he latch on to this? Howson gets it away.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
And it's Porro. Throw it. So here comes a substitution.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Pedro Porro. He's in space and looking for options. It's a mighty effort! Should have equalised.
Oh, that was so poor. A very decent chance, and the disappointment is all too obvious.
That's really well manoeuvred. Cucurella. The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they have.
Grimaldo tries to dink it through.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Fabinho. Fabinho charging forward down that flank. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And he has been fouled there. They've got rid.
Brazil clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Unai Simon. Cucurella. Just 5 minutes left. And that's a throw-in. Howson. Mosquera. Cucurella. Howson. And it's Porro.
Spain really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
He is through here.
Brazil nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Ibanez. Laporte. Great defending, strong and determined. Pau Kubasi does really well to win the ball there. Grimaldo is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Ibanez. Mosquera. Cucurella. Pedro Porro.
Well, they're supposed to be chasing a goal, and yet there's no urgency or sense of awareness. They've got to wake up.
Mosquera. Pedro Porro. Mosquera. Pedro Porro. Mosquera. And it's Grimaldo. And that's that. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on and win it, but neither was able to add to the scoreline in the end. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
It's just a bad day at the office, Peter. They look below par in all areas, and it has to be cause for genuine worry.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. And we're underway. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Ederson. He's got great technique, Peter, and for a goalkeeper, he's got the passing range of a top-class midfielder. I think his team will be looking to use him as a foundation from which to build both sustained spells of possession as well as quick counter-attacks. He's got a phenomenal left foot.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Moved on forwards. Danilo. He's got plenty of space out wide here. And he's heaved it away. That's a nicely weighted pass. Danilo played out wide. Back into the middle. And that has been clubbed away. And here's the chance to counter. Cucurella. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Shapes to shoot! First effort on goal.
Cucurella really can't believe he didn't put that away. He'd set himself up perfectly.
Unai Simon. Mosquera laid out to the left flank. And it's Porro. Can he deliver? Mosquera. Lovely feet. Time to deliver. Chance for Hernus. Llorente. And he's there to get it away. There will be a throw-in. Bremer. Ibanez. Bremer. Ibanez. Bremer. Marquinhos. It's a foul there, right on the edge of the box. No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
He's gone for the shot. They've played it short. Oh, that's nice. Looking for a decent ball in. Llorente. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Laporte. That pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Spain clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Unai Simon shifted upfield.
Brazil, well, Peter, look how far up the fullbacks are getting now. This is really high.
And constantly after the ball, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they're weighing up their options to see how long they can sustain this and suppress those wide opposition players.
Bremer flashes it across. And it's played forward. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Oh, both starting the game at a pretty decent tempo. Bremer. Very nicely done. Out towards the flank. Danilo. He has found the way through. It's a mighty effort! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Cuts out the pass. Laporte. And it's Grimaldo. Grimaldo. First quarter of an hour gone. Still goalless at the moment. Slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Brazil clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Danilo. Bremer. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Thinks one through. Only partially clear. There are a few waiting for it. Howson tries to clear. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And that's a throw. And it's Marquinhos. Ibanez. Unai Simon gets rid without sophistication. He whips it across. Raya can get it clear. That is lovely. So who's he picking out? Clipped into space. Tries to get it clear. Howson. That's a throw. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Nice control. Bremer. And they've got a throw. Cucurella. Unai Simon. Howson. Pedro Porro. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Marquinhos. Looks to the other side. Over to the left. Marquinhos. Good take, and is he in? It's a loose ball. Pedro Porro. Oh, good spread. So what can they make of this? Keeps on running, and he cuts out the supply. Brazil going about it patiently, perhaps too patiently. Marquinhos. Ibanez. Marquinhos. That's really well manoeuvred. Ball is over the line. Great defending, strong and determined. Laporte. Mosquera. Llorente, aim forwards. And that's put paid to a promising move. Kubasi. Laporte. Kubasi. Mosquera. Cucurella. And here's Llorente. It's Toro. Mosquera spread out to the left. Can he latch on to this? Aim forwards. Marquinhos. Danilo. Lobbed in behind. No, he's just misjudged that one. It's Grimaldo. Moved on forwards. Marquinhos wins the duel this time. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Rema.
Brazil, well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Marquinhos. Now that's well seen too. Mosquera. That's a nicely shaped ball. Rema. Played through for the wide man. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Great challenge, time to perfection. Pedro Porro. And it's played forward. He's shifting through the gears here. The movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And it goes cross-field. Rema. That's good play. He's found a way through. Unai Simon, forwards and with intent. Well timed, excellent interception. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Now who's going to be first to this? That's really well manoeuvred. That has been cut short. Either side giving way, it has been tight. Marquinhos. Moved on forwards. He's in plenty of space here.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Raya, aim forwards. Ibanez. And it's Danilo. That's an imaginative pass. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Kubasi. Grimaldo. That's a throw. Out to the left it goes. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. That is a brilliant interception. Pedro Porro. Can he spark a counter here? Llorente. Played with finesse. Oh, nicely intercepted. And it's Laporte. Kubasi. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Tries a measured ball. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Well read, nice interception. Decent progress down the left. A chance to play it in. Marquinhos. Is there any support? He might not need it. And there's the end of the first half. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. Whistle goes, and we start the second half. So the first half brought no goals. Ibanez. And it's played forward. Rema. That has been knocked clear. Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Rema. Played out to the right. Mosquera did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Rema. And it's Danilo. Rema. Howson.
Brazil have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Ibanez. Over to the left. Rema. Danilo. Laporte. Cucurella. Mosquera. And it's Grimaldo. Cucurella. And here's Llorente. Llorente played out to the left flank. And the keeper beats it away. Llorente with the foul. Ederson, long ball by the goalkeeper. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Chance for a shot! Herring after the ball. Oh, they could be caught out here. Grimaldo did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Cucurella. Unai Simon. Cucurella. Pedro Porro. Unai Simon. Grimaldo. Laporte. Kubasi. Raya. And it's Grimaldo. Grimaldo looking to run onto it. And he'll hit it first time!
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it. I bet you the keeper is very relieved.
Now this could be a chance. Laporte. Ball comes in. And that is out of play. Kubasi. And it's Grimaldo. Ederson claims it without any fuss. And it's Grimaldo. Kubasi. 0-0 still. It's a game that needs a bit of life injected. And here's Llorente. Delivered with swing. That's too far for anyone. Ronaldo. It's gone out for a throw-in. Brazil can make their change now with a break in play. And that's another throw. Out again for a throw-in. Ibanez, aimed in towards the centre. And it's claimed by the keeper. And it's Llorente. Cucurella. And still we await the first breakthrough. Calmly anticipates. Bremer. Ibanez. Bremer. It's all a little short of forward momentum, lacking thrust. Marquinhos. Ibanez. And here's Vinicius Junior. Rafinha. This might spell danger. Now it's Rafinha. Rafinha! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Laporte forwards and with intent. Mosquera. Did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Cucurella. Unai Simon. And it's Porro. Cucurella. Laporte. Out to the right. Mosquera. Ronaldo. Cucurella. And here's your... and he shoots! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, I can understand why his thinking was that way inclined.
It's Grimaldo. Laporte. Out for a throw. Grimaldo does really well to win the ball there. Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro chips it through. Alex Grimaldo delivers. Bremer. Ibanez. Vinicius Junior. And the shot! And that's off target.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
The changes then in quick succession. Laporte. And it's Toro. Cucurella. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. And he's picked out the run. Plenty to aim at here. Plenty waiting in the middle. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Now it's Llorente. And it's Grimaldo. He is through here. Real chance! Denied by an instinctive save.
He's very lucky to recover that, and he shouldn't have put himself in that position in the first place.
Pedro Porro. Bremer gets over and intercepts. Calmly anticipates. Howson. Pedro Porro gets his head on it!
Spain really are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Ibanez. Bremer. He's cut it out.
Brazil really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Rafinha. Bremer. That'll be a throw. Oh, sweet feet.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
They get a throw in. Rafinha looking to get on the end of this. Rafinha has been caught there, it's a foul. And he's going to have his name taken. Good strong hand by the keeper. That is delicious. That is a gem, an absolute gem.
There was this feeling that the game was petering out, but credit for never losing their focus despite things not going as planned. Now comes the question, will they stick or twist?
A true beauty of a goal, so brilliantly executed. Brazil have penetrated for the first time.
Well, it's better late than never, Peter, and that's potentially decisive now.
Kubasi. Played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Marquinhos. Now it's João Pedro. Rafinha. Ibanez.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
And it's Grimaldo. He came in hard, very hard.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Now that's well seen too. He's offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did
he? Succumbs to the pressure. He's got away. Can he finish? Really well taken goal. Spain are all square. That is simply top draw, beautifully served up and deliciously finished.
Oh, wonderful, just wonderful. What technical dreams are made of. It was unstoppable.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Rafinha. Oh, it's come loose. Rafinha played out towards the right wing. Oh, it's a great ball here. Mosquera gets good distance on it. Llorente. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Mosquera shifted upfield. Vinicius Junior aimed forwards.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Howson. Cucurella. That's really well manoeuvred. Llorente knocks it out wide. Llorente, that's a fabulous ball. Spread out to the left. One good cross, maybe the last chance. Llorente.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now. Going nowhere fast is about the only way I can describe this. They've just got to be busier.
Tries to dink it through. Rema. Hit into the middle.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Ibanez. Now it's Rafinha. Oh, nice touch.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Played in with purpose. Oh, it's a nice up. There's the shot! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
João Pedro really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
2 minutes to be added on. Played into space out wide. And he's managed to get free. Alex Grimaldo puts a cross in. Vinicius Junior. Now it's João Pedro. Now it's João Pedro. He is through here. So that's it. It is all over. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks a winner of course, but the crowd largely satisfied. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty of talking points, and it ended with the right result, in my opinion.
And that gets things running. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Ederson. He's got great technique, Peter, and for a goalkeeper, he's got the passing range of a top-class midfielder. I think his team will be looking to use him as a foundation from which to build both sustained spells of possession as well as quick counter-attacks. He's got a phenomenal left foot.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Over to the left. Chance to deliver. Grimaldo. Cucurella. Laporte. Raya. And it's Grimaldo. Kubasi. Played towards the other side. Bremer. Ibanez. Bremer. Marquinhos. Bremer. Ibanez. Strong running down that left flank. Ball is over the line. Danilo. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Well read, and the danger is averted. Keeper's got good distance on that. Cucurella. Unai Simon. Kubasi. Raya. Cucurella. Howson. Cucurella. Unai Simon. Oh, easy pickings there. Ibanez. Aim forwards. And it's Porro. Cucurella. Foot in. Wins the duel this time. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Out to the left it goes. And that's been won straight back. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Rema. Oh, sweet feet.
Really are pushing their fullbacks forward now.
Aiming to do what?
Well, it's a case of engaging your opponents further up the pitch to take the sting out of opposition attacks. It's effectively a wide press.
Spain have reclaimed it. Unai Simon, gently done. Howson. Cucurella. Rema. Neither of the teams has yet taken the initiative. Marquinhos. Nice control. And they've got a throw. Plenty waiting in the middle.
Brazil clearly are looking formidable down that left-hand side, the current supply route. Look, it's the width that's providing this momentum, and they look set to further exploit. Really aren't convincing right now. It has to start in defence, but the whole team needs a wake-up call.
Has found him in acres of space. And it's kept out by a stubborn defence.
They've certainly set out to cause a problem or two down that left flank. Look, it's the width that's providing this momentum, and they look set to further exploit. Gives the defence a decision to make, whether to go zonal or man-to-man now.
And it's played forward. Great defending, strong and determined. Ibanez.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Oh, they've seen lots of the ball. Time to go for it a bit of creativity and adventure. Rema. Rema hurtling down that right flank. Ibanez. Grimaldo. Cucurella. Laporte. And it's Grimaldo. Laporte. Pau Kubasi drives it in. Ederson gets his gloves on it, nice and calm. Unai Simon. Unai Simon. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Brazil keep the ball, but can't do anything meaningful with it. Lofted upfield.
Spain couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
And it's Grimaldo. Kubasi. Laporte. Alex Grimaldo delivers. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Danilo. He's found a way through. Gets it away. Have it back and can go again. Almost half an hour in now. Ibanez. Bremer. Oh, he's found support out wide. Pedro Porro. And it's Llorente. Caresses it through, calmly anticipates, and back to the goalkeeper. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Cucurella. Unai Simon. Cucurella. Mosquera. Raya forwards and with intent. That's really well manoeuvred. Mosquera does really well to win the ball there. Nicely intercepted. Marquinhos. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Howson shifted upfield. Bremer. Bremer, now he's got space here. Bremer is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Now that's well seen too. And back to the keeper they go. Bremer. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Moved on forwards. Ibanez. That's an imaginative pass. And that's aimed into the middle. Defending of the desperate variety. Pedro Porro. Mosquera.